Hello, everyone. Welcome for this special episode of Beach Research Radio, a podcast for the Brain and Heart Interconnectome ideas. My name is Deyanira, and I'm going to be your host for today's episode. And we're very excited to have with us Ulrich, who is going to be sharing with us his perspectives and experiences. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. So, I would like to start this interview by asking you if you could introduce yourself and your field of research, please.
I am Ulrich Aivodji. I am assistant professor at École de Technologie Supérieure, so ETS Montréal. My research interest is in responsible AI. So it's about how to make sure that AI system, when we integrate them in a society, that they preserve or we can make sure that certain properties like fairness, privacy, or transparency are preserved. And yes, my research is about it. So I try to study what are the different uh, tension between all these properties. So when it comes to the deployment, you want your system to exhibit all these properties at the same time. So sometimes you have some trade-off, and my research is about how to study, how to design the systems that would account for all these trade-offs.
Thank you so much. That sounds really interesting. So, I would like to move forward with our second question, which is what does ideas mean to you on a professional and personal level?
So on a professional level, basically in my own research, as I say, my research center on responsible AI, that already integrates different um, uh, different notion that we had in idea. For example, a research in AI fairness seek to make sure that the AI decision and uh, do not have any disparity, or that we do not have discrimination in decision. And by doing that, they help to have a more equitable access, or create a more equity in our society. But I also recognize that importance of diversity as a researcher, because having diversity in my teams also bring more ideas, more perspective on the same topics, and I think it benefits everyone to have this diversity. And also inclusion, my definition is how to make sure that everyone feels that they belong to a system or to an environment. So from a professional level, I see it as what I think it's very important in a different institution to have policy in place that make sure that people feel like they are at home, and that they have the right to be here to participate and to bring the best they have to the work. Right? So yeah, and similarly, I think on personal level, these are the same principle. Like having more diversity in the world we are living will always be for the good. Like uh, it's better to be uh, more diverse in different, like beyond the professional aspect, in any other context in our world. Diversity is important as well. Equity in access, equity in different way people live in all the different aspects of our world is also equally important. And we also discuss a lot about accessibility today. So I think if either in professionally, because I'm also an engineer by training, designing a system where uh, that is easily accessible to everyone is important. And as it was also discussed today, we live in a society where there are so many aspects where accessibility is not considered. So as a professional, I see that having uh, by design system that integrate accessibility is important, because it also helps to have inclusion, right? And similarly, in everyday life, in all the aspects of our world, we have to make sure that accessibility is also take into account.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I think you mentioned something really important. For example, in the talking about our labs where we work or where we study, right? It's really important to have people from different backgrounds with different experiences because that makes us who we are and that brings to the table more discussion, more ideas, more innovation. So it's really important just make and have diverse spaces, and also to make sure that everyone feels everyone feel they belong.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's really important.
Yes, yes. It also from research perspective, when we are designing research, we need to capture like for example, if you are doing a survey and you want to capture the reality, you need to make sure that in your experimental design you will include everyone. Otherwise, you will provide like misleading information to the population. What the result of your experiment will not actually be usable at all, right? So I think this is
Thank
important.
you so much. I would like to move forward with our final question for this interview, which is, in today's world, what message would you like to leave our audience with?
So I think I really enjoyed the discussion of today's. And one aspect I really like in the discussion is when you include people that with live experience in the research process, you maximize the outcome, because I think you had this you maximize the return as well. So I really enjoyed the discussion and the different perspective of the that we have through the panel. So I think I will just ask for more initiative where citizens or people that are affected or people that includes, I guess, people with this experience, with lived experience in the research design. And it also I'm also happy to see all the discussion, because I recently start working on more participatory approach in research. So I'm happy to see already the share of like the existing work that has been shared here, and the result, and all the positive outcome of this kind of research. So,
Yeah, I think you mentioned something really important with you add inclusivity, accessibility, diversity to maximize the outcome. I think that's really powerful, actually. Well, thank you so much for being here. I would like to thank you for taking the time for having this interview. It has been really my honor to interview you. And thank you for sharing with us your perspective and your experiences.
thank you. Thank you.
So, before finalizing the interview, I would like to thank all of the Beats Research Radio audience for tuning in. I would like to invite you to like and subscribe our TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram channels at Beats Research. And on behalf of our entire team and our director, Dr. Emilio Alarcon, we hope to see you all in the next episode. Thank you.